Do you wish you had more wacky jet maneuvers at your disposal? Are you a Hydra pilot with nothing left to live for after the update that nerfed it? A B-11 pilot that doesn't want to spend 10 minutes flying in circles to try and shoot down a Starling? Or are you a stall pilot who feels overshadowed by all the speed pilots who could easily kill you just by going slightly downward then back upward whenever you stall on them?
Fuck you! Okay? Fuck you!
If any of those previous things have ever been an issue for you, then you have come to the perfect video. I'll be going over almost all of the overpowered maneuvers and techniques you can use with the new jet that has just been added to the game. How come this new jet is so overpowered? Well, it's the VTOL that's overpowered. And why is the VTOL overpowered? Well, let me just show you. Let's say you're too shit at speed to cut off another speed pilot, and all you rely on is stalls. Well, go VTOL. Easy peasy. Done. What if a pyro pilot does the dirtiest, nastiest stall that's ever been done on you in your entire career? VTOL. Done. What if you have no way of getting your gun on a pyro pilot because he's just running circles around you? Force him to run circles around your gun because you're in VTOL, baby. Or what if some third-partying fuck shoots your tails off? Go VTOL. Simple. Now that you know that VTOL is the most overpowered thing in the game, how do you start practicing it? Well, first, you need to come over to Fort Zancudo and land right here where I'm at. Now that you're landed here, you're going to open your interaction menu, go to Map Blip Options, Jobs, and All Jobs, and turn it on to Custom. Basically, you want to just turn on the race to appear. And now that the race is here, you're just going to start it up. Once you finally start the race up and you are in your Raiju, you're going to come over to this bridge over here and just practice flying through it and going into a vertical stall to quickly change direction, and rinse and repeat that just to get a little bit of a hang on how it kind of feels before trying to use it in any actual dogfights. This bridge right here is good for practicing horizontal VTOL turns, and before you go and start practicing it, I would like to tell you that it's usually better if you face the top of the jet in the direction of where the other jet is, because if you hold right trigger while in VTOL mode, wherever the top of your jet is facing is where it will gain momentum. So if you are trying to cut someone off in a certain direction, you want to face the top of your jet in that direction, which is why you see me facing the top of my jet at the bridge, so I can get through the bridge a lot quicker. Here's a quick demonstration of me trying to gain momentum while in VTOL mode, and you'll see here that I can easily gain momentum towards the top of my jet, but if I switch directions and hold left trigger, I cannot move downward at all. So if you need to dodge, you're gonna have to face the top of your jet wherever it is you're dodging to, because the left trigger simply will not do anything for you. It'll keep you in place. A very useful trick you can do with this while in free mode is if you are being followed by a jet, you can use it to quickly brake and force them to overshoot way past you. And after that, you can just cut them off and finish them off pretty easily, depending on how fast or slow they're going. A quick tip for getting the most out of off the radar is that you should stay as low to the ground as possible to avoid being seen by people, because that is the only way they will see you. So the further you are up, the easier it will be for them to see you, and the lower down, the harder it will be. Another quick tip is that if you are going to strafe someone on ground, do not do it in a normal flight mode. Do it after coming out of VTOL mode, or just do it in VTOL mode. But if you are doing that, you need to make sure no one's around, because you're a really easy target to bystanders. That's only the basic stuff out of the way. And now that we're done with all of the basics, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the most complex part of it, and that's the dogfighting. Some simple things to keep track of whenever you are dogfighting is to make sure that whenever you do go VTOL mode, if they're going to be above you, to try and counter that, you want to make sure that you're upside down so that you can face straight up and shoot back at them. Another thing is that you do not want to be far away from them whenever you do go VTOL. You want to try and be as close as possible, because the further you are, the easier it is for them to go ahead and shoot at you. So right here is the perfect time for me to go VTOL because I am facing upward and away from his path, so I can fly away from him and cut him off whenever he flies in front of me and get a very easy kill off of that. And right here is the perfect time for me to go VTOL again. All I have to do is make sure that my jet is facing horizontally, and I can just use my rudders to cut him off. Notice how whenever he goes VTOL mode here, because he is right side up, he is unable to aim all the way downward, so I can just go below him and completely avoid his line of sight, basically. I go VTOL mode here because I'm upside down and can easily just cut him off. One of the most common things I do is go VTOL mode while upside down in a loop. It's probably one of the easiest things to take advantage of in the game. Notice how here I'm trying to move erratically to make it harder to hit me, because while he was in that position, there was no telling whether or not he would be able to hit me or not. I would just have to try and avoid him for every turn he made to cut me off. And I managed to make it somehow through his aim and use it against him by going VTOL. And right here I go VTOL because he is going really fast and passing me, so he just overshoots and there's absolutely nothing he can do about it. And that's about it when it comes to using VTOL in dogfights. Other than that, I would look at some other videos for speed control and positioning and all that good stuff, because VTOL alone will not get you through every single dogfight in the game, even though it is probably one of the most overpowered things to take advantage of when it comes to flying. So I hope you learned something new, and maybe you'll use it to blow up the next cargo shipment you find, or maybe defend it. I don't know. You do you.